Hello, hello! Today we are going to be making a video game using a language called Scratch. Now, for those who don't know, Scratch is a programming language that serves as more of like an introduction for children to learn more about computers and programming itself. Now, today is not going to be a tutorial or anything like that. I am going to explain things as I go, but it's not going to be like a lesson, right? It's just going to be a fun project I just want to do and I just want to play around with. Okay, and so the project is going to be that game from Wreck-It Ralph. If you've seen the movie Wreck-It Ralph 2, there's a scene in there where a little girl is on an iPad and she's just flicking left and right, where some pancakes drop down, she flicks left, and the rabbit eats it. She flicks right, and the cat eats the milkshakes or something like this. I just want to play around and do something like that. Okay, excellent stuff. So we are going to jump in. This is the actual Scratch programming language, and again, if this is the first time you've ever seen it, all you do is grab some blocks onto the center here. And then you can actually, I'll grab a sprite first. Bop. So you can just grab a sprite, grab a couple of blocks, and then you can move stuff around pretty easy, pretty easy. And it's just like a really nice way to introduce programming. So today, I'm just going to grab a couple of sprites, and these are going to be temporary sprites, because I'm going to be drawing custom game assets later. So I just want something down just for today. Okay, so I'm going to grab this bear character and I'm going to reduce the size by half by changing the size to 50. I'm also going to place it down here and I'm going to change the X and the Y value. So if you don't know, the X value controls the left and right, where if I change this number to 100, it goes slightly to the left, slightly to the right. If I take away the minus, it goes all the way to the right. But if I set it to 170 or minus 170, it'll go all the way over to the left. Okay, the next one is the Y, which controls the up and down. So again, if I go like maybe 150, it goes all the way up. If I go minus 150, it goes all the way down. Okay, so I'm just going to try and change that to 130, and that is a good position for the bear to be in. Excellent. Next, I'm just going to grab the green flag, which whenever this button is pressed, it does the code, and all I'm going to do is move that one there. Okay. Now, the reason why I put these two down straight away is in case I accidentally move the sprite, I can click the green flag and it goes back to where I want it to go. Yay, excellent, cool. So now I need one character on this side, but I also need a character on that side. Now, I could just duplicate another bear and put it there. Duplicate another bear and put it there, but I don't want to do that. The reason for that is because I'm going to be using a lot of code, and I want both the bears to share that code. So if I duplicate it now, I need to double up on a lot of the code. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do instead is actually hide this bear like this, where now you can no longer see it, but generate clones. Okay, so a clone is essentially a way for us to basically duplicate the sprite that holds all the code, so that that same code can apply to two pictures on the screen. Okay, so if I do that and I just do two clones like this, now I'll be able to essentially grab two bears. So when I start I'll do that in a second. So let's just focus here. So I go to this place, I hide, then I create a clone, and then when I start as clone, I will show. Okay? But before the second clone, if I quickly grab this one here and remove the hide like that. All I have to do is change this number to something slightly different, and then they'll be in 2 locations. So here I'm just going to say take away the minus like that. And yeah, now 2 bears should appear. 1, 2. Fantastic. The next thing I'm going to do is to basically flip this one around. So what we need to do now is rotate or point in direction minus 90. Okay. So here I select the location of the initial sprite. I hide it. I create a clone. So the clone is shown. Okay. That's here on the left. Then I move the bear onto the other side. I point in direction minus 90, which should be facing the other way, and then I create another clone. So if we do that, boom, facing, it's on the left side. I'll go like this. It's facing on the left side, facing right. On the right side, facing left. Obviously, upside down, not so great. We can quickly fix that by making sure that the rotation style of the sprite is only right or left rather than all around. Currently, the default is all around, where it just goes woo, 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 woo. I just want it right and left. So let's do that. Bob. Now they're both facing left. So I need to set the default of pointing like that. Excellent. Now it is done. I have a bear on the left. I have a bear on the right, pointing towards each other. Today is a good day. Awesome. So that's the bear's initial part kind of done. I'm going to change this later to make it more efficient, but this is just temporary stuff. Cool. Now I want a character in the middle that actually does the actions of the swiping as the player does. So this is kind of like the player stand-in. Okay. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to pick another sprite. So what sprite can possibly do that? I think there's like a grandma sprite, isn't there? Somewhere. Grandma. Nope. Nanny. Nope. I remember something like that. Okay, let's go people. Up here. And what's a good sprite for me to use? If I can't find that one I was thinking of. Ah, there she is. Wanda. Okay, so now Wanda over here is going to stand in the middle, but she is going to be a lot bigger than the bears. So I'm going to size her up to 200. There she is. So she's basically going to be like swiping the stuff left and right in order for the bears to eat it. Okay, maybe 150 would be better. Excellent stuff. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing where I grab the initial green button. I'm going to define the location, and again I'm going to point in 90 degrees and set rotation style left and right because I don't want it to flip upside down. Point in the direction 90, and that is it, I believe, how I want to do it. Cool. So that will be it for this particular video. Next time we're actually going to be creating custom sprites because I don't want to use these ones specifically. And yeah, see you then, and I shall see you then. Okay. Have a good one, and bye bye.